for math this year?
We're using teaching textbooks, and we want to tell you all about it.
Hi, we're Chips and Salsa, two homeschool moms bringing you fun, encouraging, practical tips. If you're new to our channel, welcome.
Please subscribe to our channel and hit that bell button so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos.
So today we have something exciting.
Yes!
Teaching Textbooks actually reached out to us and asked us to do a review on their new 3.0 program.
Which was super exciting because all summer long I've been debating whether to switch to teaching textbooks, and this pushed me over the edge.
So I've been using teaching textbooks for a few years now, so I was really excited about it. And we have a giveaway, so stay tuned. Make sure you watch to the end. Giveaway details are down below.
And now, even if you don't win, everyone can try it because they have a free trial. The link's down below.
All right, so let's get down to it. Why do we use teaching textbooks? I'll talk a little bit about my experience. So my daughter struggles with math, and she was the first daughter that I started homeschooling.
First of one.
First of one. We tried out a Common Core curriculum. And
I remember that. So bogged down.
We were in tears, both of us. So not good for a first-time homeschool mom, right?
Right.
So I actually jumped on teaching textbooks kind of as an emergency. I was like, I need somebody to teach my daughter math because I can't do it. I'm not that great at teaching math. And it just it kept our relationship, safer. And she enjoyed the little buddies and the interaction.
Right.
But because I was still really new to homeschooling, there's a lot of fear in me, and I was like, oh my gosh, what if this is not a great, curriculum because it has cartoons?
Right.
And then I had read about it, and, I was just very fearful. And, even though I was afraid to use it, because the thing is, I didn't understand that it wasn't grade level, specific. And so people would say things like, well, it's about a year behind. It's not a year behind. It's just not grade level specific. You need to take the placement test to know what level your child is in. We actually tried Saxon the year after, Saxon Homeschool, and that's when I started homeschooling my son. And they were both miserable. They just didn't like it. It just wasn't for them. I had heard great things about Saxon. You've been doing Saxon for years, and it worked so great for her family. For my family, it just didn't work. So I forced them to do Saxon that whole year, and then I switched them back to teaching textbooks the year after.
Right.
And I've never looked back.
Well, I think one of the things about math, it's really important that you feel successful. Once you close down, it's like your brain does not work.
Yeah.
And math, you really need to be able to problem solve and have all of your brain functioning. And so that's the big thing.
Honestly, it's a solid math program.
Yeah, from all my research and really kind of comparing teaching textbooks to Saxon, it does look like it covers everything that you need in just a different format.
Hello, I'm Angie, and I am in 5th grade, and I'm doing level 6 math and teaching textbooks. My favorite thing about it is that they explain what it's going to be about, but when you start doing teaching textbooks, it gives you easy and works up to hard, and I'm good at that stuff.
But what I love about teaching textbooks, and we're coming to the why, is I love that it teaches you a very simple concept a day, and it checks it for you right away. So there's immediate feedback, which is just so relieving to me as a mom, because I can even go and be like, okay, what are you doing wrong? Okay, let's watch it together. Let's see what's going on. If I don't know how to do it, I can watch it with her, and then I'll be like, oh, this is what they're doing, And that's really helped me, and it's kept the peace in our home. And I love that I know exactly what grade they got. I don't have to do any record keeping myself. So that's kind of a little bit of my journey.
I think it's really important to continually review the material that you've already gone over. So if you just study one thing for this whole chapter and you don't look back, it's so easy to forget and you're not building on your skills, because math really is about practice and getting those skills.
And that's what I feel teaching textbooks does. Also, if you look at kind of like the end of the road, you know, you look at all the table of contents, it's pre-algebra right now for my 8th grader, you know? And I was like, oh, is she behind? But if you really look, she's not behind, because algebra will be 9th grade. Then you have algebra 2, then you have geometry and pre-calc. So really, she'll be covering everything she needs to cover.
Yes.
So it's really great.
Well, like Ximena said, we had been using Saxon since kindergarten for Micah Jr. So 8 years of doing Saxon, and at the beginning of Saxon, it's very teacher driven. So they give you a lesson to teach. And so I would sit them down and would teach, but about 4th grade, they switched to a textbook, and then you work the problems on the paper. And I really liked that because they were starting to be more independent, but you have to actually read the lesson. And so what I realized at the end of last year, that my 3rd son, James, fell behind a little bit on math. And the idea is that after every lesson, you check your work, you redo the problems you didn't know. And of course, this is assuming that you're actually reading the lesson. So he would get to the test and he would be struggling, and I'd sit down and work it out with him, but he wasn't having enough successful repetition of those problems because he was taking the lazy road out. And because I have 4 kids, I wasn't as on top of it and aware that I should be. Like I would, drill him and work with him, and then it would be a few weeks where maybe he was falling back behind on the new thing and I hadn't noticed. So that's really what tipped me over the edge to go with teaching textbooks, because of that instant feedback.
Yeah.
Hello, my name is James. I'm in 6th grade. I'm in Math 6 on teaching textbooks. And I like teaching textbooks because there's actually somebody explaining the question instead of me just reading it.
Hi, my name is Michael Whitley. I am in 8th grade and I am doing pre-algebra and teaching textbooks. I like about teaching textbooks is that when I get a problem wrong, it tells me how to do the problem and why I got it mixed up. I'm able to see what I did wrong, so my mom can delete the problem, and I could try again.
I'm David. I'm in 7th grade, and I'm doing teaching textbooks pre-algebra. And I like teaching textbooks because they explain how to do the questions, so you're not just stumped when you miss them.
And that's been really awesome, because I have all the kids on their Chromebooks doing the teaching textbooks, and then I have my laptop open so I can even check in, make sure they're doing their work, see exactly where they're having issues, and I delete all the ones they missed and they have to redo them.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you don't have to do that when you're doing teaching textbooks, but that's the awesome thing, is that you can have your own way of doing it. You could be like I, for instance, I have them repeat if they get less than 80%.
Right.
So they have to fix those problems. So it's just great for consistency. It's great for really knowing where they are.
Right.
And it was great to make my daughter feel successful, just like you were saying.
Right.
That made all the difference. Yeah, another thing that, like I said, one of the things that attracted my daughter was the little buddy. And I know it seems like petty, but for them, I think it's important for you to have something kind of distracting you a little bit, or but refocusing you, because it's not distracting from the lesson, but it's engaging.
Hi, I'm Isabella, and I'm in 8th grade, and I use teaching textbooks pre-algebra. And some things that I like about it, I like how you get to choose your buddy, and I like how you get to choose your wallpaper. What I also like about teaching textbooks is that it gives you second chances, and I really don't like math, and I always get problems wrong, so I love how it gives you a second chance.
Hello, I'm Carlo. I'm in 5th grade and I do Math 6 on teaching textbooks. And I like teaching textbooks because I have a buddy to keep me company.
So the really exciting thing this year is that Teaching Textbooks rolled out their 3.0 program, which is online. And guys, I'm telling you, that made all the difference in the world, because previously we had it on CD-ROMs. So luckily, since my husband's in the IT industry, we all had laptops, right? But these laptops don't last forever. And so there was a couple times where my daughter's laptop crashed and he had to wipe out the whole drive and lost all her grades because I didn't write them down or print them. And twice that happened.
Yeah.
And another time, you know, my son's laptop, the battery didn't work, so then they have to work on the big workbook, so it was not as convenient. And they had to take their heavy laptops. Now they can take their little itty bitty Chromebooks.
Right. And our kids have Chromebooks from the charter school. So really teaching textbooks was not really realistic for our home because I only have one laptop that would even hold a CD-ROM.
Right.
So, and 4 people are not going to be working on one computer. So it really wasn't feasible for us before. But now everybody can do it at the same time on their Chromebooks. I can have it open simultaneously on my laptop. It's really great.
Yeah, it's awesome. The thing about the online one too is that it works on a tablet or on a mobile device.
Which is going to be super helpful because I know some charter schools actually get tablets instead of Chromebooks.
Right.
So you can actually use it there or on a trip.
Exactly. We're going to be taking a 5-hour plane ride, kids. Do your math! So here are some of the new features that teaching textbooks rolled out with. Check it out. So one, which I love, is that you can print the ebook.
Right. So before you had the big,
it was like this thick.
So you had to have that in order to like travel with it or something like that?
So imagine sometimes we'd be like going to the library and so take your laptops and then take the workbook in case it didn't work or whatever, and I mean you had like this heavy load.
Oh wow.
So what's nice too is that we have samples we have to give to our school, and I used to have to tear it out or copy it because they need the originals. So now I just have to go and print on an ebook.
I haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah, but it's awesome because you know it's just much cleaner, much easier.
The other great thing is there's a pause feature. So you have the 12-month subscription, but say that you need to take a month off of school or you just had a new baby and you need to take a break, you can pause and not lose any of that time.
That is amazing. Yeah. And you don't feel like you're wasting your money or rushing.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, the other great thing that's great for my friend over here is that they have a large family discount plan.
It's so affordable.
Yeah.
It's $199, I think.
Yeah.
At least right now for 4 to 8 children, which is amazing because each packet of like Saxon math is going to be close to $100.
Yeah. You're saving a ton of money. And even for me, I'm saving a ton of money from what I was spending before because individual subscriptions are about $55. So.
Oh yeah, that's a big difference from the workbook and the CD-ROMs, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, amazing. Thank you, Teaching Textbooks. Okay, so some of the cool little things on the new online program is that the kids can change their wallpaper now, which might seem trivial, but hey, if they can change their background, it freshens things up.
Right.
And they have new fun buddies, which my kids were super excited about.
And there's options in the settings for the parent to change whether they're going to have a hint or a second chance on a problem.
So DeeDee mentioned the 15-day trial, free trial, guys.
Which is so great to be able to try out a curriculum before you buy.
Yeah. And 15 days, it's a good amount of time to figure out whether you want to do it or not.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But even so, they have a 30-day money-back guarantee. So even if you try it, you jump on board, and then you're like, it doesn't work, you can call them, and they have a full refund. Mm-hmm. And speaking of calling Teaching Textbooks, their customer service is outstanding.
That's great. Well, so far, so good. I feel like the kids are enjoying it. I feel like I've got my thumb on the pulse of what's going on with their math, and I'm liking that.
That's awesome. Okay, so now it's the exciting part. We have a giveaway.
Woohoo!
So Teaching Textbooks wants to give one of you a year free subscription.
In order to enter our giveaway, click on the link below and follow instructions.
Anyway, we hope that this review really helped you. Again, we're fans, so thank you, Teaching Textbooks.
If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and share this video with your friends who are debating what they should do.
Yeah, don't forget to subscribe.
And we'll see you next time. Bye.